All right. What's up, guys? Welcome back. My build has evolved a little bit. I am currently on a martial artist now. I am looking to do a little bit of a swap here sometime soon. But this is currently what I'm running. This is my ascendancy tree. We'll get into all that later. This is my skill tree. Okay, you can see that. Go down here and we have our From Nothing Diamond here. Okay, we're getting kind of into late game, so I mean these things are going to be pretty expensive. We have this right here. Gain double damage and poison. I crafted this, which was super nice. And then up here we have spell damage, crit damage bonus, max mana on kill, and then I mean this one can be replaced, can be much better. We have some lightning damage here. We have some evasion rating, all that. Honestly, I would rather find a way to get some more points or like allocate less points elsewhere so I can get the curse resistance here to just be immune to curses completely. It only shows up once you allocate that point. But yeah, this build is basically the Finality Ice Strike build. You can find it on YouTube. There's another YouTuber who did it. It's basically exactly the same, apart from some changes here where instead of keeping the hollow focus bells, because I don't really think it's serving this build that much purpose. These bells just by themselves don't do much without hollow form and hollow resonance technique in terms of like coherent build making. So instead I spec'd out of that and finished this over here to get combo and all attack hits. Now, the only reason I'm on martial artist is because of this. I don't know. I have to test on gemling if it works without this, but I think that it only works with this. I could be wrong once again. The infinite combo spending generating like on blasphemy and repulsion. Okay. But that is besides the point. The real thing I want to talk about and what you guys saw in the opening was Tempest Flurry, okay? So this is my Tempest Flurry here. I do have it +1 corrupted from my or +1 level from corruption, and then I have 4 levels from global modifiers. I think I have 1 on my gloves and 3 on my amulet, I believe. Yeah, I have +3 on my amulet. But what is super important about my about this ability here is if you go here, boom, click normal strike, okay? It's almost 100k cooled. I mean, that's not a little amount of damage. It's quite a bit, right? Crit damage bonus here, 613%, okay? Go over here, third strike, 60k damage. Again, crit chance bonus, 613%. What really matters is this right here, okay? We have our fourth strike, which is sitting at 177,025 damage, okay? This is what matters because when we are using this build, the crit damage bonus will be active 100% of the time. Now you might be like, oh, but it only says 37% crit chance. Yes, you're correct. It only says 37% crit chance. However, we have this beautiful quarterstaff right here, which I believe is the best quarterstaff in the entire game. And it's just simply based off the fact that you can infinitely proc finality. Okay? Finality reads Finality is a buff that grants 100% increased critical hit chance with final strikes and makes your strike skills skip to their final strike if they have one. Okay? Skills cannot gain combo if you have finality. Now, because you're infinitely chaining over and over and over again with the blasphemy, this last line doesn't really matter because this skill is not gaining the combo. You're just automatically gaining combo, okay? And because you have this on, it'll just automatically trigger finality, okay? Now, if you paid attention, you saw it in the opening clip. But if you didn't really pay attention there, I'll show you guys again right after this. But basically, this whole build works around critical hit damage, okay? So if we go into a map here real quick, I just did the matriarch calls, but we'll do another one real quick just to show you guys. Okay. We're not going to do a super juiced one. I think we'll just do this. No tablets, alright? We go here. Okay. If you look at the top right, so you see now, Blasphemy is on them. Boom. I hit. Living minions come. Boom. Now we should be permanently proccing the char. Every time we hit, we're going to get another charge up here because the loop is now going. So we hit, we get a charge. And because we got a charge, because we're spending combo, we only get a charge by spending combo, it is infinitely proccing finality. There it is, right there. Every single time we hit, okay? Even though it's only a 1 second buff, it doesn't really matter because every time we need it, it's up. So effectively, the critical hit chance of this build is 100%, right? You're critting eh, because the force strike is 100% chance to strike, okay? With the finality buff. I know it only says 51% chance here, but I promise you, it is critting every single strike. It's insane. So we go here. And on top of that, I think there's a weird interaction going where the lightning is actually spawning off the end of the projectiles too. So yes, 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 I know there's no tablet on this map, but this is still pretty insane. Just like conceptually, I think it's kind of nasty. And the other skill we're running on here is Shattering Palm, okay? I mean, it just is, it destroys, right? Doing damn near a million a hit. Especially to bosses. Like, if they didn't have damage reduction, like in point one, bosses would, oh shit, I got stuck in the corner. They would just be getting melted instantly. Oh, we gotta keep it off screen because we're gonna put on YouTube. No, no boobies. Okay. I mean, look at that. We're doing 500,000 a hit. Like, it's kind of insane. And this is like, I didn't even have charge staff there. I didn't even like. I think I had a bell maybe, but I just smacked the fuck out of her, and it just goes up from here. Now my plan on gemling is because I believe gemling legionnaire um gets a lot of attack speed, and you get a lot of attack damage and lightning damage down here. So there's a lot of attack speed down here. Let's go lightning damage. There's these lightning damage nodes down here, which are insane. Lucky lightning damage, okay, and you have this and perfect over there. And then let's see, what else do we have? We have melee strike range. I know for a fact we have melee strike range. Yeah, look, melee strike range there, and then what else do we have? We have over here as well, splash damage on the strikes. Like, it can get pretty insane, I think. So, Gemling will be fun to play there. I mean, all you need is the gear. Like, you just literally just take this gear, put it on a Gemling, and then find out how to make the tree work, right? Because I think, I mean, a lot of powers in the tree. Obviously, you could do down. I don't know if these things are a necessity because of where the monk tree is, and if it is a necessity to start here and to have this tree, then it's just going to be a little bit more expensive. With you replace this jewel with the one that lets you start wherever you want to start from, and then that's just you just go from there. Or you replace some of these other things. There's stuff to be ironed out for sure. It's not a perfect build, but you can make this work on a gemling. I'm almost 100% sure. But yeah, that is the build. Now it's not a 100% original home cooked my build, right? I mean, Ice Strike, not Ice Strike. Um, Tempest Flurry and Ice Strike are basically like the same thing. One is lightning, one is not. But I think it's crazy to see like it feels, in my opinion, more fluid than the Ice Strike version, just because of the amount of lightning bolts that pop down. So that's it. That's all I have to say. I will go over my gear real quick. Just put it up on screen. My gloves are kind of nasty. I spent 15 div on them. And then they have a socketed jewel there, okay? Boom, I divined that myself. I mean, I guess it could get better. This is okay. I'm looking for a replacement for this. Love these boots. Very nice. Favorite boots. Got this just for reses to even it out. And are we missing anything? Flasks. Just regular shit, boys. I mean, super easy.